Alrighty, guys, welcome to Trading with Meatball. And yes, we share the whole screen. We just don't give a shit. I'm an old man, used to be a stockbroker, and I trade stocks to pay my bills and buy groceries. I am not a rich guy. I used to have some money. I used to have 7 houses. I thought I was rich. That was 25 years ago. I lost everything in a divorce, had to start over. Recently, almost died after taking the COVID vaccine when I was working for the government. Ended up divorced and selling the house and started over. Found out I was so old, nobody wants me with the three fancy college degrees and a big resume. Once you get old, they don't want you. So I do this, guys, to pay my bills, and I live off a little bit of VA disability every month, and I have to turn it into something more, or I can't eat. And so, thanks for following my journey. Let's show you how we do it and what we've been doing. Candlesticks, volume, and VIX is the recipe. This is the 5 minute SPY. And if you zoom out, you can see the retracements. We're going to talk about retracements and zones and how I use these lines. And then we're going to show you the next big home run. Spoiler alert, it looks like this. And it looks like that after it pops. And that's Intel. And this is Hood. And those are both 2 hours. You can see this one's fixing to go. And it looks just like Intel before it gapped up. And so that's how we spot them. This is the 2 hour. We're going to talk about that, okay? I know you guys are busy, so I just give it to you up front, okay? So you can see the retracements. I like to draw a line along the top of the movement using a 15-minute chart, and I'll use that for entries. And I'll do the 5 minute as well. And but I look for the top of the movement. I don't need the exact top. I want the body of the movement, which is these peaks here. Okay, this one went taller, right? But it seems to be respecting this downtrend line and it keeps rejecting there. Okay, so I guarantee you the computer algorithms in New York City, they know where that line is. And right now, she just broke it. But it could be a false breakout because we've had a couple. Right here was one, and then here was one too. Okay. And so you got to watch the VIX and the volume. And of course, the VIX dropped off big time over the last week, right? And so if you go to the 2 hour VIX, you can see what a drop she's made. But when she gets to here, about 20.65, there's a chance she could bounce. And this was a downtrend line she's been fighting right here. You can see, I know there's a lot of shit on the chart. I'm not erasing it for you guys. Sorry. This line, this big red line right here, she's been rejecting, right? And so you can bet your horses that when it gets to here, it's going to reject again. And it didn't. It broke the pattern. Okay. Patterns only work till they don't. But now that it leaves the pattern and it comes back to test this line, you can expect to see something like this. And a lot of times, what happens is it's going to test that line and make it support and then take off again. So watch that shit because that's if that happens, you're going to see this. You're going to see. You're going to see this 480 SPY. And so drawing along the bottom of the movement on the daily SPY, see the retracements? One, two, three. It'll come to this line like a magnet if it drops below that line. So where's that line? 550, 540. It's getting pretty bad, guys. And so right here is a good solid reversal candle on the daily, but is it going to hold? I don't know, guys. I just want you to be aware of the downtrend and the fact that she's sitting right on that line and she broke over it. This is a 2 hour chart. Okay. So you could see that. But this was the one downtrend. This is the big one. This is the big one right here. This is the big kahuna, right? That's the big one. Okay. And so as she breaks through it right here in 15 minutes, pretty easy to spot. Ah, it's a piece of shit. All right. Let's look at Hood. So the Intel 2 hour, you could see how it dumped, and then we have a lot of tickers that dumped, and now they're bouncing back. It's the stronger ones or the ones that had earnings or news or volume, right? Like Palantir. Watch for volume. They can't hide it. And there it is. You see the big volume spike right here? Okay. And so they have a tendency, and I posted this the other this morning that you can see the pattern here where it chops and it gaps up and then it gaps up hugely and then it chops again. And so they're doing that so that you can't get into the big runs during the day. You have to take a chance and buy into it and hold it overnight. And we do that on Hood a lot. I'll buy next Friday for Hood and then just go to Taco Bell or Walmart and come back in 2 hours and maybe scalp SPY later. But I get faked out like everybody else. And so I'll buy Hood for next week and then just go to the store. So I'm not going to watch it or get faked out, right? Why am I doing that? Well, I do a lot of day trades. I get in and out for 30, 40, 50% and just keep growing my account and generating money so I can buy groceries, right? But I like to swing overnight once in a while. And you do get some bangers. This one gapped up though the other day and did not pay us. And I was talking to followers and friends that had it. And we all kind of experienced the same thing. It gapped up and we didn't get paid. So that shit happens sometimes too. But you can see the hood and you can see the intel, and this is what it looks like before it does a big gap up, and then boom. And so you can expect to see the hood up here somewhere. Oh, I don't know. I had a target of 43. I said the other day. I still think 43 is good. It's right up in here, 43, 44, and it could certainly go up to 50 again, and I expect it will. Market conditionings allowing, but that's how I spot the potential gap ups using the 1 hour, the 2 hour, or the daily, and that's how I use these lines. And people ask me about the pink zones. Just draw a line anywhere there's chop. Like right here, there's chop. You draw a zone there. I'm sorry, I said line. So I draw the zones anywhere there's chop, and you can zoom out and look left, and you'll be amazed at. We go to like a 1 hour chart and look at one of these zones. And look at this one it's in right now, chop in this zone right here, about 560, and then go left and look at all the trouble it had at 560. And so anywhere there's chop or it peaks or rejects, we draw a zone and then we drag it to the right. But you can always look left and see the reactions that it had in that zone. And right now, you can see that SPY had a big problem with 560 for a long time, right? And then it breaks out and now it's retesting it. And so if it bounces up here, it's making previous resistance 560 support. But with the way things are going right now, I think most likely you'll see it continue to fail and then maybe bounce off of 540. And of course, watch the VIX because the next line down is 480. And that's not a good one. But you can buy puts too, guys. Puts paid 4 days out of 5 this week. I wish you the best of luck, guys. Thanks for following my journey and good luck on yours, okay? God bless you.